Hello everyone, my name is Kristen and today I want to talk about telling our partner about our mental health. I was going to do this, how to tell your partner about your depression. I feel like this knowledge can be for anything, or if you have anxiety, or if you self-harm, or if you have PTSD, or if you have, an OCD disorder, anything. Because mental health always has that stigma around it and sometimes it's really hard to talk about. It can be hard talking about mental health with anyone. I know me personally, I can't really talk about my depression with some of my family members because they have just this stigma around it, and if you have anything, you know what I mean, where sometimes we can't talk about it. But when you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, I'm gonna say partner, you have a partner, that person should be there for you. That person should motivate you in recovery, and that person should accept you for who you are. I get a lot of messages asking, when is the right time to ask my partner? How do I talk to my partner about it? And today, let's just talk about talking to our partner about our mental health. Before the conversation, during the conversation, and after the conversation. So let's begin. So before the conversation, know if you're ready to talk about it. Is it right in your relationship to talk about it? Do you want more in this relationship? I'm not you, but personally, I wouldn't tell anyone about my depression or anxiety or my self-harm disorder if I wasn't committed to that person. If you don't feel like you click with this person, or if this person is not going to be in your life that much longer, maybe don't tell them, because your mental health and your mental disorders are personal to you and you don't have to tell anyone if you don't want to. That's what I want to say first. You don't have to tell anyone if you don't want to. I'm not saying that you have to tell your partner about it. I'm saying it might complicate things down the line if you haven't talked to your partner about certain things and then it comes up. They might feel upset that you didn't tell them, but you don't have to tell them. I would recommend it though. When is the proper time to tell your partner? I say whatever right for you. Personally, I've done it many different ways. The current partner I am with, I told him right off the bat, this is what's going on with me. If you want a relationship with me, this is what I'm working on. And you will have to be a part of this. And I just said it. It was like maybe a month into the relationship, I said it because I knew I wanted more from this partner. I knew that I wanted to be with this partner in the long run. I knew that I wanted to date this partner full time. But you don't have to do that. If you feel like you don't want to tell your partner right off the bat and you want to see where this relationship is going, maybe wait a little bit longer than I did. Or if you feel like you need someone there for you right now and you need that support system and you need to know if your partner or your potential partner is going to support you, maybe tell them right off the bat. Let me tell you how to have this conversation, because it can be tricky. Make time for this conversation. You shouldn't be telling your partner with people around. You should make time for it, be in a comfortable environment, and have enough time to have this conversation. You should also prepare for the questions that they are going to ask. They're going to ask you a lot of questions depending on what you are talking about. When I was talking about my self-harm addiction, I would say, I self-harm, I am working on it, I'm in recovery, and they had a lot of questions. What is it? How long have you been doing this? What causes you to do this? Also with depression, if you have depression, you're telling your partner, or if you have an anxiety disorder, they might ask you why. And sometimes we don't even know why. So tell them that. Don't lie. Be as honest as possible and prepare for these questions, because these questions are going to come up. Why? How long? What can I do? All of these questions you should prepare for in advance. You should know the answers to these questions. If you don't know the answers to these questions, tell your partner that. I don't know, but I'm trying to find out. They might ask you, how can I help? Because they care about you. They want to know how they can help. Be ready for that. What do you need from them? Do you need them to listen? Do you need them to help you with going to the doctor? Find out how they can help beforehand. They might say, how can I help? What can I do? And you need to know what you want from them. Personally, I just tell my partner to listen. Listening is probably the one thing that they can do. Don't rely on this person to be your only support system, because that can be really toxic to your relationship. Have a support system around you and not just cling on to that one person, because that That's not healthy. You need to be able to work on your recovery, and they're just there to help you along. They're not going to be your #1 support system. You need to have multiple people for that. So don't just cling on to them, because I know that can tend to happen because you're comfortable with that person and you'll tell them everything. It's just a very toxic thing. So either get a counselor or a school counselor or a friend to talk to. It's not always going to that one person. After you have this conversation, what should we expect? Should we expect them to always be supportive, or should we expect them to reject us? Well, I want you to be prepared for both. You probably know going into this conversation how it's gonna end. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I want you to be prepared for both. I want you to be prepared for they're going to accept you and want to help you, or they might say, I can't be in this relationship anymore. And for that, I want to tell you, maybe that person wasn't right for you, because you need someone to support you and to help you in your recovery and to be supportive and to always be there for you. And if your partner, after hearing that you have a mental disorder, leaves, then you really don't need that person in your life. It's hard, I know. It's happened to me multiple times, and it's hard. There are so many people out there that want to help people like us. There are people out there who are accepting and supportive and loving and just want to help us. I want you to know that. Not everyone is going to reject you. If someone has rejected you and you're watching this video and you're like, what did I do wrong? You did nothing wrong. You're just being honest. And honesty is really important in a relationship. After you have the conversation, please reach out for help. Either if you're not in therapy currently, go to therapy. Therapy is always good. There's also self-help books you can read. You can look online and watch my videos or any other mental health videos for inspiration or advice in your recovery. Just don't give up on your recovery and accept the support that is going to come your way. There are people that are going to help you, that want to help you, that are accepting, that are loving, that support you. And don't let rejection get you down, because it will happen. I'm going to let you know that. Just don't give up. And don't give up on your recovery for someone who rejects you, because you are so strong. You're such a strong person, and you're worth recovery, and you're worth someone who loves you and supports you and just motivates you in your recovery. And that's all I want to say. I hope I touched on every topic and every question that you guys had. If you guys have any more questions on this topic, please let me know down below. If I missed anything and you guys have any other tips and tricks on how to tell your partner about your mental health, please let me know down below as well. It could help others who have the same question. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time in another video. Bye guys.